What's up, everybody? Today we're trying out a game called Moonsigil Atlas.
Moonsigil Atlas.
This is a deck building game, but their main gimmick is that in most deck building games you have an amount of energy that you have to use every turn. No energy in this game. Instead, it is based on Tetris rules. There's an area where you got to try to fit your cards, and you can play as many cards as you could fit. And that sounded neat.
I like the concept.
So we're going into it blind as we do.
All right, we got Feldrin, the Lost Chronicler.
Starfall. Apply 4 shields to this rune's region in play. Play, deal 7 damage. Play, remove a non-hostile sigil from the board. You can see they all have shapes. And we'll never know who the other ones are. So we'll be Feldrin.
All right. Oh.
Greetings, frail one. You can call me the Shackled. No longer dormant are the 3 astral titans, primordial beings with an unceasing hunger for life, stars, and any other glimmer of light in the endless void. Dispatch these traitors, return to me, and I will reward you generously.
I don't see any shackles on you, lady.
You may use my atlas to navigate the stars.
Well,
All right.
This looks familiar.
Yeah. Sigil Forging removal. Sigil Forging shield rune. Fight. Starting
Removal.
off with a removal.
Removal sounds good.
But there's also
card
card removal
removal.
up there.
And then card pack. I still say you go for the sigil removal.
Alright, and into the double fight over here.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm going to start with this fight. Celestial Scorpion. There's a draw pile. There's a discard pile.
Yep.
And play a card, drag it from your hand into the moon. The entire shape must fit. You can rotate the shape with scroll wheel or QRE keys. This enemy is also attacking the moon. Protect it by playing cards with the shield runes. Runes only affect enemies in the same region. To block this enemy, the tile with the shield rune has to be within the glowing region that the enemy is attacking.
Doesn't matter where the rest of the sigil is, just the rune.
Tutorial complete. Okay, so he's hitting with 5. So ward is a shield rune. We're going to apply 4 shield to this rune's region in play, so that will block most of the damage.
Okay, so we should put that up there somewhere. If you put it up in the top right, you can like rotate it so it's up in the corner if you wanted. And so anywhere in there should be fine.
Yeah.
Just thinking about, where you're going to play your other things. So with the shapes of other cards, those 2 triangles kind of blocked off now.
Yeah, but it opens up these ones.
Oh, that is true.
Well, I guess.
And in fact, I think we have exactly enough room to play all 4 of those. Because you got one there, one that mirrors it, one in the bottom middle, and then one to the right of that. So it actually didn't matter which way we spun that.
Haha!
But that's good to know.
Alright, we took the 1 damage.
Okay, and then we should be able to... Well, not with this hand. I was going to say, we can just kill him.
Remove a non-hostile sigil from the board. This does 7 damage.
Oh, on play deals 7 damage. Oh, yeah. And then shield, shield, shield. So.
Well. This has a shield in it.
Yep.
So.
And on play deals 7. On play. Oh, so you can just take out that whole space? So you get the space back?
And I already did the damage.
Yeah. So that's actually that's a really good card. It takes 3 spaces, but it allows you to. Oh, but you didn't get shield on that one. I mean, he's doing some sort of buff.
Yeah.
And then he's gonna take 3 damage and just be dead. Starfall. He's dead.
Bonk. Okay. Choose a card to permanently add to your deck. Discard a card and draw 2 cards. Deal 4 times 2 damage.
And draw a card when you play it.
Or play exhaust this card, but turn start add a copy of Gravel to your hand. And Gravel just deals 2 damage. But they all cost 1 space. Does that turn start every turn?
I think so. Sigil is not removed from your board at end of turn. So yes. So basically you can play the Stony Vault once.
And then every turn you'll
get a gravel.
Get a little bit of gravel.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I don't hate that.
I like that.
Okay, and then...
Remove a tile from one of your cards.
So...
Wait.
Hear me out.
I have to assume it's not going to let you...
It is grayed out. Shame. So do we make something really big smaller, or do we make something small really, really small?
Yeah, I think that having the dissipate smaller, because like Starfall is huge. I think making it slightly smaller isn't going to help, especially considering the piece. Yeah, and then I assume you'd get rid of just one of the two sides.
Yeah. And it looks like I can do that one more time.
Which, making that just a single triangle, I think would be very strong.
Okay. And then now we're just doing fights. Astral Hydra.
Ooh.
It's just doing
Starting with a buff.
buffy buff. We have 2 damagey things currently.
Yeah. Now that bolt doesn't have to be anywhere in particular, right?
No,
I mean,
but he's not attacking, so...
Oh, yeah.
Does shield last?
Well, if you put it there, it won't.
Look, I'm just playing cards.
Yeah. The shield does not.
When an enemy attacks multiple times, your shield applies to each attack individually.
Oh.
For instance, if an enemy attacks you 3 times for 7 damage each, you can fully block the attack with 7 shield.
Well, that's useful. So we only need 6 shield here. Well,
we don't have much.
Yep, too bad we're only going to have 4 shield.
I mean, 4 shield is 4 shield.
Yeah, but we can put down the ward and then use a dissipate to remove the ward space.
Well, I think the runing has to stay in there.
Oh,
though.
that's true.
So let's do this first. Let's just get this.
If you go left one, if you put it there and then rotate it.
I mean, it shouldn't matter too much.
Yeah, it shouldn't matter.
And then
Stony Vault just lives down there for now. And a bolt, and then another bolt, and then we can use the dissipate. We could use the dissipate, but it doesn't really do anything.
It doesn't really do anything right now. But we are going to take a little bit of damage.
We'll take 4.
Ouch. Ouch. Yeah, we got our gravel. Can we just kill 4, 8, 12, 14?
So, no, but we can bring them close. I was going to say we should test.
Oh, like taking that off the board or something?
Yeah. To see if it does it when you play it or if it has to stay on there.
Oh, Sage's Medal. Persist 1. The sigil stays on the board for an additional X turn.
So it'll stay on the board for an extra turn.
Shield, and then turn start, activate this sigil's rune effects.
Okay, so it's 4 shield when you play it and then 4 shield next turn.
Okay.
Okay.
Charge temporarily gained focus 4. All damage dealt by this card is increased by X.
And that's adjacent sigil, so everything you play adjacent to it gets focus 4. Which, for your little rock thing,
that's not bad. Or Korum's Verse, play, activate the start effects of all non-hostile sigils in play.
So you could do that for the Sage's Medal and the rock.
Yeah.
So all of these are cool.
Okay.
Well, I suppose with Korlim's Verse, it can affect that other card there that we don't have,
or the
rock. So if we get that, it's just for the rock, which I feel like that's not as helpful.
True.
I think charge is potentially nice, but it's kind of big.
I kind of like this, and I kind of like I can upgrade it to make it even smaller.
Yeah, I think I like that too.
The Twisted Archivist. The Archivist.
So we can fully block.
Yep, because we got this and we got you.
Yep, we got to make sure that that Sage's Metal rune goes in there somewhere. Yep.
Resist strain on the board.
We figured it out. And then we've got plenty of room for all three of those bolts. Oh, like how it says fully blocked, just so you... If you're doing bad math, it's just like, hey, just so you know, you don't need to play any more shields this turn.
No, they know how much you don't like math.
That's true. Oh, why is he triforcing?
Hostile sigil on our board.
Oh, well, so that's dissipate doesn't help with that.
Yet. If we got it next turn, it would have.
No, specifically it's remove a non-hostile sigil from the board.
Oh, yeah. Well, I can Starfall, but I kind of want to keep that rune in.
Down one, left one.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
And then we put you somewhere up here.
Yep. Can we fit both wards, depending on how we... We don't need to.
Yeah, we don't need to.
I'll put her 12. Fully blocked. Stony Vault can go in that left corner. And then we don't need to put the Dissipate out.
Oh, it's slightly the wrong shape.
No. Yeah.
I was gonna say I was gonna just do it for fun.
Do it to test it.
But it's fine. Sigils with ghosts can have other sigils placed on top of them. Any covered tiles are removed from the board. Watch out, some hostile ghost sigils may have negative effects when you overlap them with one of your sigils.
Oh. Overlapping sigils discard a card. Ooh.
Okay.
So if we put anything over those spaces, we're forced to discard something. We can rotate it. No, that could work too, but if you rotate it to the right, one more. There you go.
Yeah, but then it's not in...
Yeah, it is.
Oh, yeah, so it is.
That is a huge swing that we should probably try to ward that if we can. But, just like that. And then we can put down a gravel, and then we can do some bolts, but it will force us to discard some cards.
Well, that's fine, because we can't play all the bolts anyway, so
Correct.
we'll play one bolt.
Discard a card.
Discard a bolt.
And then play the other bolt, and then nothing to discard.
Then discard nothing. Null magic field. Oh, that
was part of what we just did, but we covered up most of that field.
Oh,
we just missed that one space.
And it doesn't go away until you overlap it. Because it's eternal.
Yes.
Okay.
But we could theoretically get rid of it this turn if we need to.
I could gravel it.
That's true. He is swinging hard at us.
Yeah. What else is new?
Do we want to? We can't fit. Well, remember we can play like in the top right hand corner. That sigil, as long as that sigil is in.
Yeah.
We can do something like that.
Yeah. Is that better?
I don't know if it's better. It's just.
I think we're gonna get 2 wards in here. I think that's the limit of what we're doing, unless we put something over that.
Right. Apply 4 shield to this rune's region on play. So we might be able to dissipate it and still keep the 4 shield.
Well, let's do a science about it then.
And that we don't have to play in the zone. I don't think it matters. But if we wanted to...
Oh, I could have did it.
Oh.
Like that before. Oh, well.
Yeah.
I was being a dingus.
Yeah, put this one way over to the right somewhere so that it's out of the way of wherever our next wards are trying to go. And then we do keep the chip. Good. So now we can it's still only blocking most of it. And then we play everything. If we do that, we can still ward in the top corner. Yeah, that works just fine.
And then I say gravel, and then I bolt here.
Correct. That's what I would do.
Okay. And then I gotta put another ghostly apparition somewhere. Right there.
Oh, that's a much worse space.
Yeah, unless he's dead, and he is.
Oh, yeah. There he is. Good job.
Scathing Storm.
That is so much space.
It's very big, but it deals 6 times 2 damage and applies 1 stack of Exposed, where the enemy takes 1 more damage from all sources per stack. It lasts for the entire encounter.
Ooh. And with our rocks?
Yeah.
That's potentially
huge. And then we can just get rid of that with our other card. It's fine.
That's true.
Twin Flare is also not bad.
Yeah.
4 times 2 and draw a card.
Yeah, and it doesn't take up nearly as much damage.
It is much smaller. Theoretically, you upgrade it twice and it's just a 2-space card.
Yeah.
But that's 8 damage as opposed to 12 damage and exposing.
And exposing, which is plus 1 damage to all attacks for the rest of the fight. And that's if we do. That's for each time that we do Scathing Storm, right? Like.
Yeah. So let's go for it.
It's big and scary, but I think it's nice.
Card upgrade. Permanently gives Prepared to one of your cards.
Prepared starts this card in combat. Hey, do you know that Scathing that we just got? Having that as an opening move.
It is a bit spicy because he's big.
Yeah, but if you're going to do it on the first turn and be done with it.
Oh, and
it does take up one of its spaces. But you know what? I think it's fine.
Okay.
I think it's fine.
Okie dokie. Remove a tile from one of your cards. Card upgrade Bolster. Shield runes on this card reduce enemy attacks by additional X damage.
It doesn't say how much that's going to be bolstered. Add a shield rune.
Just a card.
Honestly, adding a shield rune to like the Dissipate.
But look, we can go left.
I will say that if that is an elite,
combat.
And then a card removal. You know what? Let's go for it. I like it.
What's the worst that can happen?
So we can make the Dissipate super, super tiny, but then that's all it does is it's tiny.
And it removes something.
Yeah, right.
I feel like it's almost wasted on Scathing
I agree.
Storm.
Honestly, I agree.
Sage's Metal.
Sage's Metal being a little smaller, I think, is not bad.
I think I like that a lot, actually.
I think with like getting some of those bits off the wards might not be terrible either, but I feel like we'd have to do it on a bunch of them to make it worthwhile.
Yeah. And this is like a ward, but better. So I just kind of want to make it better.
Yeah, that's true. That literally is. It's better than. And if we get rid of like, that.
And then we can shave off another side at some point. Okay. So now,
Dead Star Corruptor.
You can use blueprint sigils to plan out your turn before you've placed anything. To place a blueprint sigil, use your right click instead of left click. You can pick up a blueprint later with right click, place it with left click, or dismiss all blueprints with escape.
That's cool. So you can kind of mess around with what the heck is that?
Moldering Hex. Temporary gain decay 5.
All right, what's decay?
Don't.
Can you click on it to like... There you go.
Ah, there we go. All damage dealt by this card is reduced by X. So
okay.
If any damaging cards go into these spaces, bad stuff happens. Guess what?
Yeah. That is quite sad.
Just the worst. I do have the Dissipate, so I can go bing and then boom, but it's sad.
All right, hear me out. I've got the brilliant plan. You ready for this? You start with the ward.
And you cover up.
And you cover that middle bit, dissipate it, and then the Scathing Storm just now turn it so that it covers both pieces of one of the greens.
Can I?
No, go. I'd say go bottom left, but then we'll go down one. Oh, I mean that works too. Yeah, put it there, and then you use the Dissipate somewhere off to the right hand side to get rid of it. Put it. Nope. I put it completely out of the box.
Okay.
Oh, in fact, you can use it to cover up more stuff.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. And then the scathing shot now fits in there. Look at that. And now he's exposed, and you can hit him.
I could get rid of some of this, but
yeah.
do I sacrifice the bolt to get rid of that for next turn?
God, that bolt would just do nothing.
It would do exactly nothing.
I say you don't bother. I say you just do the damage.
Okay.
I think you'll get some sort of ward card that you can use to cover it later.
Oh,
and it goes away anyway.
It was temporary.
Beautiful. Ooh. Are those still more of the same zones? Decay
2. But
So much less decay. But again, you can cover those both up with wards.
Mostly.
Oh yeah, true. If you even needed to.
Yeah.
He's not even swinging this turn, so you don't even need to ward.
I don't think I can sneak.
You could do something like... Oh, you could do that.
Yeah, it'll eat 2 of the damage.
It will eat...
But...
Well, then at that point, again, he's not swinging this turn, so I don't even think you need to cover that hard. Or you could use the wards to cover most of it. Well, it's just
that this does damage, but it's big, so I got to put it somewhere.
Well, yeah.
If I put it here, then the bolt is going to eat it. So it's like... I'm losing 2 damage no matter what I do.
I see what you're saying.
So I might as well just...
Yeah. Okay,
that's
fair.
Do it.
Now, that one you can't do because then that rune doesn't play.
Well, he's not attacking, so it doesn't matter.
Yes, but the play is deal 6 damage. Oh, you're right. The rune is the shield. You are correct. Yep.
Correct.
Got it.
Nope. Get out of here, ward. I need gravel.
And you can use a ward to cover up the ghost just in case. Oh, you can cover up the whole ward. Look at that.
So I'm pretty sure it would go away anyway, but
play it safe.
Now he's doing some attacking.
Yep.
But we can get rid of one of those with this because that doesn't matter.
Now, do you want that there? Because that's going to sit there for another turn.
Yeah, so...
You can do that one. You can do, like, the... Honestly, that's probably not that bad.
Yeah, I don't think that's bad.
Well, he is swinging for the fences this turn.
That's why I'm doing this. Yeah, it's ugly, but... Let's get as much shield in here as we can.
Yeah,
it's going to mean that I can't bolt, really.
Yeah, we could rotate that so you can get one bolt out, I think. If you go... Nope, I'm wrong.
If you can go nope, and I can.
So, yeah, just get the shield then. It's fine. Yeah, you still gravel them.
Yeah, I can still gravel them. That was pretty ugly.
Alright, he's just buffing this turn. Oh, there's nowhere to play that.
Well, there is.
Oh, there is.
But it's sad.
I mean, hey, look, but it's another stack of exposed.
And in
fact, we just bolt and he's super dead. In fact, we didn't even. I don't even know if we needed to play that. I'll kill him with the gravel. Yeah. 4 damage gravel is nuts.
Play, deal 2 damage for each card drawn this turn. If we had card draw, that would be better. Yeah. Barbed Buckler, 2 runes that have the shield, and then adjacent signal temporary gives focus 2.
Which is more damage. Yeah.
I like that a lot.
That's really good.
Glimpse of Dawn with Persist 2. Turn start, deal 10 damage to the enemy with the least remaining health.
And because that doesn't have any runes on it, it doesn't matter where it gets played.
That is true.
So that is, if you can fit that on the board, that is 30 damage for 1 card.
I mean, it takes time and space.
It does take time, yes. It's not a burst.
And the enemy with the least remaining health implies that we're going to be fighting more than one enemy at a time at some So do you think Glimpse of Dawn or the Barbed Buckler? Because this is technically 8 shield if we get them both in, and potentially.
Correct.
I think I might like the Barbed Buck.
My only concern is it's so big. We've already gotten some big.
Yeah, but this is defense and offense.
Yeah, go for it.
And we can shave it.
All right, elite combat, baby. Here we go. Oh, hey, look, two guys. Astral lock.
This enemy is locking your cards in place. You do not need to kill this enemy in order to win the combat. So.
Okay. Now look at the cards. I see the lock symbols. That just means that you can't move them. Sigil cannot be rotated while being placed.
Okay. That makes stuff like this awkward.
That means that we can't play the Starfall and the Scathing Storm together this turn. That is unfortunate. And I think that the Scathing Storm is important because it gets that exposed going.
But damage is ouchie.
I'm aware. So we don't need to kill the Starbinder, but if we do, we'll be able to rotate our cards.
Yeah, but if this guy dies, then
we're just done.
The fight's over. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we just do that. Put up some shield.
Oh, it's just grayed out because I can't rotate it.
Oh, yeah, there's nowhere to fit it.
I should have did this slightly differently then. Oh.
Bottom right, I think, is our best long term.
It's not great. It's not great.
That's not great.
Ouch.
Yeah. All right, well, we got a Sage's Metal. We got to dissipate. Oh. Now, I will say the Sage's Metal we don't want to dissipate.
Yeah.
Because we need that to stay there. But dissipating either a ward or a bolt isn't the worst thing.
Oh, yeah. We could bolt them twice here.
Yep. And then we can put the dissipate.
I mean, it doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah, because the ward doesn't... no one's attacking.
Take that, nerd.
Whoo, that's a big swing. Oh, there's your buckler.
Yeah.
There's the Scathing Storm.
That's unfortunate.
Nah, I think we got to leave the Scathing Storm this time. Because he's swinging huge and...
that blocks darn near all of it.
Yeah. That'll block the rest of it. And we can still get a bolt in that gets the focus bonus. And that gravel can get the focus bonus. Oh! It's a real simple thing, but we can rotate the gravel.
Well...
it was as you were spinning it around, it was being rotated. Because it's not, it doesn't start in our hand.
Yeah, it's true.
So he didn't lock the gravel. Yep, say we just set that up again.
Oh, we can ward and then dissipate.
Yep. And then bolt, gravel. We don't even need the dissipate, honestly, actually, before you put that down. Do we need the... we don't, because we can just bolt. Alright, then hopefully he should be out next turn.
Next turn. We're going to take a little bit more damage.
Yeah, we're down to hurting here.
We're down to hurting.
Yeah, with that for the 7, and then a bolt or the gravel even would finish him.
Yeah. See Beyond. Draw 3 cards. Infuse a card in your hand with focus 2.
Dang.
Gives a bonus to the card for the rest of the encounter, which is fun.
Which is nice.
Draw 2 cards. Adjacent get bolster 4. So
Shield runes on this card reduce enemy attacks by an additional 4. Which, that's really good for our buckler that we just got.
Yeah.
If we can play that next to the buckler. And it's such a oddly shaped card for now.
And then Fortify, which is just a rune in the front, and then draw 2 cards. All of these are like, you want to draw cards?
Yeah, all those are good because they draw cards. Fortify is just a regular shield, but just bigly shaped and draws 2 cards.
Yeah.
Safeguard is potentially more shield if it can be played with other cards. Otherwise, it in itself doesn't really do anything.
And See Beyond is theoretically long-term damage over the course of a fight.
But it is easily the most awkward to place.
So,
and it draws an extra card, so... Ooh, Astral Gem recovered.
Long lost jewel from the Crown of Creation, rippling with power.
Claim it! What'd that do?
What
What will it become?
Yeah, who knows?
Alright, now we get to remove a card. On the...
Remove a card from your deck?
Or we can
sacrifice the gem to remove 2 cards.
Ooh, I think we hold on to the gem, because it could do other things.
Alright, what do we get rid of?
Well, I think because we got the buckler, I think the ward is the safest one to get rid of.
I think I agree.
But
Although that does make safeguard a
harder
little
to work
worse.
with. Then we could get rid of a bolt. But it's rough, honestly.
It's definitely one of these 2, for
yes.
sure. I'm going to get rid of the bolt.
Okay.
Because I'm scared. I'm a scared little baby
that's fair.
boy.
All right, so we got a heal, which we are missing quite a bit.
Or add a shield rune to one of your cards. I can make a card have another rune.
Yeah. Oh.
But we're about to go into a boss. Do I heal first?
Can we look at our cards for a second? Because, like, imagine putting that shield rune on, like, the Sage's Medal.
Yes. That would be quite strong.
Yeah.
Shall we?
It's
scary.
It's scary because that heal would be real good.
But I'm doing it.
Oh, we could sack the gem and just cap the card immediately.
I want to do it.
Just a triple shield Sage's Medal. Boosh.
That is a card right now.
Yeah. That is the defense card. That's just like, how about 12 shield for 2 turns?
Moon Caller Titan.
Oh, what a
nerd.
nerd.
He's going to call the moon.
Well, there it goes.
He's planning to do something with the moon.
All right, well, we set up the Scathe. We can rotate cards again. You know, I was just going to say, before you do that...
Yeah, I didn't do it.
Oh, the bolster is added shield, right?
Yeah.
So, okay. Oh, and is that showing Ghost?
No.
Well, is that different?
I think it's just fancy.
Oh.
But it doesn't have Ghost on it.
Okay.
I mean, we can draw 2 cards just because
Yeah.
there's no reason not to.
If we rotate it the other way, if we do that, we can put a ward on it next to it. That'll at least give the ward bolster. I don't know if it...
I mean, he's not attacking.
No, but does that, like...
In fact, we should just...
Is bolster make it, like, that turn, or does that make it buff the card?
Just reduce enemy attacks by additional X damage. I believe it's just... It's
for the
temporary
turn.
buff, yeah.
Okay.
We could have barbed buckler, but we needed to play that to draw it, so
Yeah.
it's the whole catch-22. Oh,
Whoa,
he's made moons of mooniness.
Okay, hold on. Are those zones we have to cover?
On board, the boss takes 25% less damage from direct attacks. Turn start, apply 1 stack of strength to the boss. So these are going to get placed.
Oh, he's placing those.
And then we're going to have to deal with that.
Okay, so honestly, us killing those might not be a bad idea because they do have health.
It looks like this one's got to place it in this upper quadrant. This one's got to place it in this lower quadrant.
Yeah.
Well, we got a Sage's Medal, which is real good right now.
Yeah. So then we definitely put that up somewhere. Yeah, I think that's fine.
And then we play Starfall.
Yeah. Can we put that? Oh yeah, it doesn't matter where we put that because the attack can go anywhere. I think we go for the moon. So now we're fully blocking.
Let's see. Put you there.
Doesn't really matter.
Doesn't really matter. Just doing it for funsies. This hostile sigil has ghost and an effect that happens every turn.
Yeah,
we cover a ghost sigil entirely. Yada yada.
Oh, whoa, buddy! What is with all of that casting?
Oh, he's putting hostile sigils everywhere.
Jeez.
That is his plan.
Well, what is the thing he put on our board already? So we know what we have to cover here.
Turn end, the moon loses 15 integrity.
The moon. Is our health the moon?
Yes. We are the moon, I think.
So if we don't cover that entire zone, we lose 15 health.
Okay.
Which is like half our HP.
Sure. We'll take care of that.
We'll get right on that.
He's not attacking, so let's work with bolts here.
We can use a gravel to cover that bottom corner.
Yeah.
And then you can use both 2 bolts and cover the rest of it.
That thing's almost dead.
Yep. And then he goes bip, 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 bip. Oh, that's so... What do each of those zones do? I don't want to know. 4 each. Also, he is swinging at us for 14 damage twice.
Yeah, well... We can barb a buckler here.
Yeah, where to where?
The gravel can take out that last bit. And or dissipate.
Yeah.
Enemy moon defeated. You can now play your sigils on this moon's tile.
Oh!
A moon heart has been added to your hand.
Okay.
Oh. That makes much more sense.
All right, now what's the moon's heart do? Since we just drew that card now.
Play exhaust this card, turn start, draw a card.
Oh, okay. That's so good. And we got more space to play.
Okay, all right.
Not that we have anything in hand that is really going to be helpful right this moment for that, but like the dissipate can go up there.
Yeah, it's true. I can do this, and then I can moon heart that last spot. Or I can dissipate this to put the wards.
If you put that up and then dissipate it, do this red zone stay gone?
I believe so.
Then I would try that. And you can put the dissipate.
So do I do that to him, or do I do it to him because the exposed?
Oh, yeah, I say hit the big guy because exposed. And then put the dissipate up in the top moon, up top right. Or there. Yeah, that works.
Yeah,
that's smart. And then put the moon's heart up in the top right.
Yes.
Because that makes sense. And then we put down... Oh, I really wish that we had space to put...
Yeah, we can't quite...
We can play 2 wards, but we can't get it to quite...
Yeah. We can't quite finagle it where the runes are where we want them.
Yeah.
We can do that.
Yeah. Which doesn't... Well, we'll take 4. That's fine. Ow.
Alright, we got our big blocking boy. Which we don't need
on the turn
currently.
they're not attacking, of course.
Let's see. We do... we could safeguard here to draw 2 cards.
Yep.
Maybe do something like that.
Yeah.
Or that maybe?
Yeah, I like that.
Okay. More storminess.
Which is not a bad thing to do while he's... You know.
Yeah, indisposed.
You can just keep going at it. And I think you still target him because it's bigger damage and puts more exposed.
So are we graveling him, or are we just ignoring this and just going over here?
It's a grand question.
I think we just go.
Just go in on him.
We go in on him. I mean, nothing
Doesn't
else
matter
is
where
gonna
you
go
play
there.
it.
This has to be in here somewhere.
Yeah, which does, you can put it in the bottom. Which does mean that nothing else can be played, which is a little sad.
Yeah, but I want that for next turn.
Also, we had 24 block this turn because of the bolster.
No, he's
All right,
doing 23 damage right now.
Well, we'll start with 12. We'll start with 24 because the bolster stayed boosted because the card was bolstered.
Good God.
So we only need to play two block.
Well, we have a barbed buckler here.
You can do the bar buckler or the ward if we need the space, but yeah.
And this will give us some bolstering action.
That'll give us focus so that we can put like the gravel next to it to do more damage and the bolts.
Let's see. Yeah, let's just...
yeah, you do that. And then there's more, and then you do dissipate, and you can dissipate the bolt, so you can put down the bolt right where the bolt went.
Yep.
So you can re-bolt the big bolt.
Okay.
Man, he's still got a lot of health. But we're getting there.
But we full blocked his big boy damage.
Yep.
Avarice. Spread this sigil.
Oh, so he's got to start messing with our space here.
And I can't play over that.
Oh.
That's not a ghost.
All right, maybe we should have killed the Moon of Wrath.
Okay.
Well.
Fair.
Ooh, this is going to hurt. And we can fit one more ward up there.
Yeah.
That'll be 20. We'll still take 6. Ugh.
It's not great, but it's what we got. Okay, we got another scathing storm here.
Alright. We're not being attacked this turn.
Oh, I can Sage's Metal with my Sage's Metal.
Oh, dang.
Ooh. I could safeguard this Sage's Metal if I think he's going to go hard next turn.
Yeah.
I can do this and dissipate it.
Yep. Which I think you absolutely do. You can put the dissipate up there, yeah. The dissipate and the gravel. And just use that whole space.
Let's see.
Yeah, make sure.
Yeah, this thing is real clunky.
It's a little clunky. Where do we want to put the Sage's Metal is the real question. Because we need the Sage's Metal. Do we want to put the Sage's Metal in the top middle? Like mirrored where it currently is?
Yeah, so maybe I just
so
do
then
that and then I...
no, because the third pit won't be in. We got to do...
So, that?
And that could work. Actually, that works great. And then I think we bolt him because he's not attacking. So we should have tons. Oh boy.
Yeah. Look, we knew this was gonna happen. It's fine. We are getting shielded.
Which is great because he's swinging so hard. The Starfall doesn't fit now.
It's fine. We're blocking most of it. It's fine.
Yeah, we're only taking 3. We can fit a bolt and a gravel, which we can put those next to the focus at least.
Yeah.
Man, I really hope that we heal between fights or after bosses.
I mean,
or we just win.
Yeah,
right?
I think we're done after this fight, regardless. Oh.
Yeah.
I got to safeguard Sage's Metal, and after I play the Sage's Metal, I can dissipate the safeguard if it's awkward.
So I think you.
I mean, it's gonna be awkward no matter what.
Yeah, but if you're going to dissipate it, rotate it to make it so that it's actually touching where we want to put the metal. So, like, yeah, no, like, left one from there. I mean, that works too. Up one, right there. And you put the sage's metal in that bottom corner, like we did before.
I was just thinking if there's a spot where I can also sneak in a ward before I get rid of this.
Oh, okay.
So I can put a ward there.
Yeah, you can get a ward there, and the sage's metal.
So I can put it here.
Can we sneak? Is there any possible way we can sneak more ward? I don't think so. Yeah, I think just do it. You put the ward in the side there. And then the sage's... Oh.
No, this is fine, because I can do this, and then I can...
Put the sage's metal up there.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Fully blocked.
Fully blocked.
Alright, the dissipate can go up there, and get rid of the... Get rid of that.
Still can't Scathing Storm.
That's
sadly,
okay, I think. That gives us enough room to play another bolt. And then the gravel.
I wonder if we could have killed him this turn if we just went all in.
No, he would have had 1 health left.
Alright, well let's...
But the Starfall should finish him.
Boosh.
Whoo!
Okay. Fancy cards. Add a copy of Duplicate to your hand.
Duplicate. Play, exhaust this card. Overlapping sigils repeat all above play effects.
Oh. So it doubles whatever card you place over it.
Uh-huh. What other one-tile card do we have, Lee, that would fit so beautifully over that duplicate?
There's a couple.
We could just have all of the granites forever.
And this is 2x6 damage, flurry.
On play, so it doesn't matter where it goes, and then we can get rid of it.
And when you consider the exposed, having it be
times 6
instead of 6 times 2.
Right, means that's going to be 3 times 6 or 4 times 6. That's potentially a ton of damage.
And then this is deal 5 damage for each sigil played this turn, including this one, which also works well with our gravels.
Yeah. Oof. I don't think there's a bad choice here. Oh. Replimancy itself is big, but I just realized that Replimancy itself is not exhaust.
Correct.
So we can get multiple duplicates over the course of the...
But the duplicates go away once you put something over it. That's how that worked before. If something has ghost, you put something over it, it gets the effect, but then the ghost, like, the duplicate will go away, which is why Replimancy isn't exhaust, so you can duplicate more often. Honestly, I might just go Flurry. I feel like it's simple and easy.
Yeah, that's fair.
And smaller than the other two.
That's fair. We are having space issues. You done it.
You have slain the first of the Astral Titans. No small feat, but the remaining 2 are even more formidable.
Probably.
Slay the others, free me, and I'll return the universe to peace and righteousness at last.
Uh-huh.
We unlocked the new person.
Yeah, and we got to
reached the end of the demo. I was pretty sure.
Yeah.
Feel free to try another run with a different character or build. Even in the demo, there's a lot of content to explore.
Dang.
Just goes off with a nuke. Well, all right then. That was pretty fun.
Yeah, that's neat.
Yeah, definitely let us know what you think. We'll have to keep an eye on this one for, when the whole shebang comes out.
Yeah.
But I hope everybody enjoyed it. And I guess with that, we'll see you guys next time.
Goodbye.